Later that night, I felt a fright. Something in the castle wasn't right. I went to the coffin looking for my bride, but she had run off with Mr. Hyde. The cup was empty, but the stakes were high. I turned myself into a bat and started to fly. I climbed out to the window, ready to soar, when here come the monsters knocking at my door. There was the snakehead lady in an elegant dress, the mummy in a shroud, it was anybody's guess. The werewolf of London was howling at the moon. I said, who let all this riffraff into the room? All the neighbors so frightened, it was quiet on the block. Here come the monsters. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, who's there? Booze. Booze who? Do you serve any booze here? Oh yes, we serve all the spirits. Knock, knock, who's there? Mask. Mask who? Mask scare you? It's running down your face. Knock, knock, who's there? James Demon and Marilyn Moonglow? Wow, what a highly weird power couple. Of course, demons are a ghoul's best friend. I put down my cane, I picked up my violin. All of the zombies, they were crawling out of their skin. There was a lot of tricking and not too much treating. The story was so chilling, it's not worth repeating. The argument was too blood-stained for my sword. Here comes the monsters knocking at my door. Well, here came Dr. Scarecrow, outstanding in his field. Frankenstein in a tuxedo, but his stitches hadn't healed. The creature from the Black Lagoon came with his cousin from the lock. Well, I felt a shiver, then I felt a shock. The invisible man, that charming fellow, was do-si-doing with Abbott and Costello. I felt like I was tripping, seeing colors in my head, when I heard the house band tuning up. The Grateful Dead, well, you are all my children, but I'm feeling a little paranoid. Here come the monsters knocking at my door. Well, did you hear the latest from the dark web? No. That poor little child, Reagan, her parents never paid off The Exorcist. Well, what happened? She got repossessed. Sounds like a case for Scotland Graveyard or America's Most Haunted. Sherlock Bones, quite. Ah, Monsieur Skeleton, so good to see you. I hear you are newlywed. Oh, she gave me the cold shoulder. I haven't seen her in months. Well, we didn't always get along, but we had a good hex life. Geez, how are you doing? Well, I had to put myself back together again. I used to be somebody. All the skeletons in my closet, they were rattling my bones. There were even gremlins, goonies, and gnomes. It was a chainsaw prom night massacre. I looked out for my bride in the tower, but I couldn't find her. I asked my landscaper, Mr. Scissorhands. He said, how do you like my new sculpture, The Silence of the Lambs? All the grave diggers, they were churning up the lawn. The blue moon was rising, it was hours till dawn. I saw a puppet up chucking named Chucky. I couldn't take it no more. Here come the monsters knocking at my door. Oh, the she-wolf was dancing until her cheeks were rosy. She was doing the tarantula with Bela Lugosi. The skeletons were boning, but they couldn't get off. They were ducking in the alley with Boris Karloff. The invisible lady was pulling the stockings up on her feet. It was like a nightmare. On El Street, even Svengoolie and Elvira, they were looking down, sitting in the pumpkin patch with Charlie Brown. Nosferatu was kicking up his shoes, and everybody singing the Bela Lugosi blues. I wandered around the party as if I was in a stupor. I was given a cold beer by Alice Cooper, Lady Medusa with the children at her feet. Igor was serving up a plate of plant-based meat. The Wicked Witch laughed. It shook me to the core. A car named Christine came at me, burning four on the floor. I knew there was something to it that I shouldn't miss. It was like a nightmare before Christmas. Even old Reb Van Winkle had started to snore. Here come the monsters knocking at my door. Knock, knock, who's there? Tombin may concern. I have a grave problem. Yes? My meniscare has just been cut. Oh, you don't say. Well, mostly I need it for the dental. I was hoping to get my teeth cleaned. You know, us vampires are very concerned about tooth decay and bad breath. Oh, Joe Biden? No, if only we'd elected Boney Sanders. Well, there's always sports. Oh, yes. I love baseball. I love the gloves and the bats. Hey, Werewolf of London, where have you been recently? Well, I've been in Hollywood, making moving pictures. Knock, knock, who's there? 2 witches on a broom. Oh, you came on one broom? Yes, we're broommates. Well, where should we park them? In the broom closet, of course. Oh dear, I must run out to the blood bank and make a deposit of my cryptocurrency. Say, would you like to smoke some pumpkin? Oh no, thanks, I'm trying to quit. Hey, how's that going for you? My doctor, he put me on the patch. Oh, my doctor told me to stay away from steak and go vegetarian. That steak is no good for me. It was a countdown, throwdown like the rising sun. Fear had gripped the countryside like an unholy nun. Well, I tried to read the book from the howling stained pages. Even though rats had taken ill, it was like the Middle Ages. I poured myself a strong one. Please don't blame me. I shared a cigarette in the bathroom with Lone Chaney. I was sure the dirt was fresher on the other shore. When here come the monsters knocking at my door. Here come the monsters knocking at my door. Well, I was very tired and I thought I should rest. I hung up my cape, I took off my vest, I went down to the tomb, someone had broken the lock. Here come the monsters, knock, knock, knock. Well, the dawn was coming, it was neck and neck. Things were getting funny, it was more like Shrek. And when I saw that our blood wouldn't mix, I put on my garlic and picked up a crucifix. All this crazy science up in the lab, all the bodies laid out on the slab. In came the 4 headless horsemen of the apocalypse. Man, they were fab, licking their lips. All the lights in the tomb, they started flashing. I said, what the hell? Sing as the teeth were flashing. All the monsters got together. We were monster mashing. Now we're really talking. A party crashing. All the lamps were ringing, flashing in the ring. I suddenly rose up, just like the thing. All the spaceships had landed on the castle roof. E.T. wasn't real? Well, now I had proof. They were very courteous as the specimens were loaded. Then the castle walls shook and the lab exploded. My heart was restless, beating in overdrive when I heard somebody scream, I'm alive, I'm alive! And there she was, like the queen of lore, my new vampire bride was knocking at my door. Fa 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 fa